Wait. 42? Yeah, that's crazy. Bravery, bravery. Okay, plus 15. 5 again. Plus 20. Oh, your sim. They make crystals? They live underground? What do they look like? Like worms. What do humans look like? Did you kill the convergent domain? Oh. Well, I think that's enough questions for today. That after we asked if he killed the convergent domain, he stands up and dusts himself off. Who's just can say what happened to them exactly? The earthquakes that formed these ridges shook the planet around that time, but perhaps it was their own greed and hubris that turned on them. Sim makes the leap, but Dis jumps in his way. Wait, I have a question. Sim tilts his head, waiting. How do I... what if someone wanted to become a gardener? Is that possible? Sim stares at Dis for a long time. I'll have to think about that one. Then he leaves, soundless against the sand. I think that intel event is fine. Bravery makes many things inconsequential. Ooh. Okay, this one will also recover stamina. Wait. $36. 13. Yay. Kudos and bravery. Okay. And then that might be a recovery rock. Nope. You don't want to recover yet. Go to the other events. Precarious bridge. Take some readings. Kudos plus animal. Okay, I like the kudos, so we'll do that. Find the source, engineering. Money. I think I can be able to. Should be able to do this. And then I can recover on the rock. That'll give me 30 and then top off with... Well, actually, I'm gonna end up topped off anyway. Find a way in. Oh, it's radiation. Going. Try to explain this. Going. Have it out. More room. You are the pain. $19, $23. 23. Five. Still 35. Keep. Toughness. Enlightenment. Oh, that's what you saw. Do the juicy bits. Tell them about your dreams. Oh, we could go out and glow now. Woo! Alright. I'm gonna take this card. What was the question? Topaz, are you here still? Topaz wanted your opinion on maybe because he's looking to foreign exchange student in either Canada. Why do I have two save files? In Canada, China, or South Korea, but he's worried about racism in Korea in particular and would like some insight on Canada. Congrats on winning. You help me calm. Alright, 10 stress. We'll cover that back at home. Very, very expensive for sure in Canada. Canada is fine though. No racism from what he's seen. Unless you're an indigenous people, then Canada treats you like shit. But that's a systematic thing. Alright, let's go. Perception and engineering. What? Tammy's pregot. Okay, I'll read it. This year's Vertumnali is ushered in with a big military band, horns and drums supplemented by recordings of parade music from Earth. Governor Lum strides out of the command on a grand red carpet and ascends the stage to raucous applause. Thank you, everyone. Look at you. Look at this colony. Finally, truly united. All it took was a common enemy. I look at you beautiful people, you strong people, you good human people, and I see a fire in your eyes. I see courage in your hearts. I see a colony that's ready to win. I see a colony that's here to stay. Vertumna, you hear me? He raises his arms and roars. You hear me, Vertumna? We humans aren't going to hide anymore. Lum gestures for Security Chief Red to join him on stage and then continues. The original fugitive colonists got it wrong. In Roman mythology, Vertumnus was the god of cultivation, not of rampant chaotic growth. We need to clear the field before we can plow it. Vertumna won't be safe for human life until the aliens are eradicated. Rhett crosses his arms and nods in agreement. Maybe there's more to this plan than Lum is letting on. Lum descends from the stage and does a receiving line of handshakes and fist bumps. In the vacuum left by his presence, Chief Admin Seek takes the podium and clears their throat. Ahem. I want to announce that this will be the last year that the festival contest will be held. What? The sound of protest rises from the crowd, and near the front, Lum just shrugs theatrically and mouths, "My fault." Seek looks down at him pointedly and continues. This war will use our colony resources at a tremendous rate, including the most valuable time. Hey, I've got some good news, Lum adds, jumping back up on stage. This one's really gonna knock your socks off. The colony has its first pregnancy. The crowd murmurs in excitement, and Lum beckons Tammy to join him. Everyone give a round of applause for Aspartame here, Vertumna's first mother. Tammy's beat red all the way to the tips of her ears, but she dutifully does a little twirl so Lum can show her off. Look at her. So vibrant, so healthy, just like our young colony. We're so proud of you, Tammy. Your child is going to join the ranks of the greatest species the universe has ever seen. Lum puts his fist in the air. Humans, humans, let me hear you, Vertumna. Oh my god. And a pre or tongue knowledge. Wait, Tammy's Pregante? Tammy descends from the stage into a gaggle of surprised and excited friends. OMG, is it really true? Mars asks immediately, taking Tammy by the hands. Yes! Tammy exclaims. Like the secret is bursting out of her. I'm finally going to be a mommy, just like Aunt Ann. You take a good look at Tammy. You hadn't seen a pregnant person in years, not since you landed at least. Aren't they supposed to glow? Tammy looks radiant with pride and excitement. Looking more closely, you realize that her dress is starting to curve out around the belly. Every baby born to the colony, even you and your friends, is a complex arrangement of inherited, donated, and altered genes. And sometimes not even related to their parents. If the council let Tammy have a baby, does that mean there will be more soon? Cal runs over from where he was standing with his family and sweeps Tammy up in a big hug, twirling her around. So proud of you, he exclaims, and then rests his hand gently on her belly. Sorry, too much spin? You okay, little hot eye? They look at each other adoringly. You stand around and marvel at Tammy's news. The adults all start putting away the chairs and setting up for the games and contests. Mars puts her hands on her hips. So, what does everyone think about this war on nature? I think it's stupid, Cal says immediately. I know survival's important, but we don't have to kill things to survive here. Mars rolls her eyes. Duh, of course you'd think that. Personally, I think Lum is a total nullhead. He's not that much older than me. What is he, like 24 and everyone listens to him? They should listen to me instead. Finally, you're all called to participate in the games, the last ones, maybe forever. If this war on nature ever ends, you'll probably be an adult. As your friends all separate into the usual games, you realize this might be the last time that you just get to be kids. Choose. Did I do this before? No wrangling. The crowd goes silent as the ranchers bring out the most dangerous animals the game has ever seen. A fully grown manticore. It roars and thrashes, its mane stalking around in a circle and the lead hammered into the ground. It's got a muzzle on. I'll bet its claws are followed down. Chief Rhett, this isn't a challenge. On the sidelines, Rhett shrugs and spreads his hands. Face and Nem go before you. Face is an accomplished wrangler and manages to wrestle it to the ground easily by mounting it and looping a rope behind the joints of its claws, pulling them behind the manticore's back. Nem manages to do the same thing, but it's a struggle. She limps out of the ring with a wrenched shoulder as the wranglers free the manticore again. It snaps its claws and grins hungrily. $38. $5. Oh. That's a wild freaking manticore. One of the most dangerous beasts on Rotumna. Something that could never be tamed. And they want you to wrestle it? No problem. You're offered your choice of implement. You choose an electrified baton. It's a good thing you do. The manticore swipes at you, fatigued but still ferocious, and you give it a few jolts. When it begins to show fear, you come in close and deliver a few more to its soft underbelly. It roars in pain and confusion. The crowd roars in bloodthirst as you force the manticore into submission, especially the Helios. You aren't not sure if they're rooting for you or the manticore. After the festivities, everyone's supposed to take a few days vacations. You and your friends relax, but the adults move around the colony like ants in a hive, fortifying the walls and preparing for the human offensive against the planet. E2 is Nomi. Are you here? Are they here? Oh, here they are. Happy birthday. Oh wait, let me double check that I got all the collectibles. Boss event. Again? Yeah. Cross paths with base in the garrison. Lana, just the person I wanted to see. With me. 51. Okay, are we in his room? And post Vertum. Oh yeah. You ever just want to leave? He says. No. Let's see if we can appease to the space boy talk. Nearly constantly. Yeah, of course. I knew you were one of the smart ones. This colony's planet's too small. Just can't help but feel like space is where I belong. Suits you. Yes. Someone who... I'll need a second in command. Someone to compliment me. Someone who I know is gonna have my back. Oh my god, this is so lewd. That sucks. Alright. Let me redo that and see if another option gives me more friendship instead. Sounds like a great adventure. Okay, nope, nothing. This is dust, right? Here. M. You look incredible today. For the future of the colony. Okay, you like that. Toughness 80. 82. She's almost there. 70, please. Tammy? Tammy's sweeping up the front stoop of the lounge, humming a little song to herself. As you approach, you see her stand up straighter and rub her back. Now you know it's clear that she's pregnant. You wonder how you didn't catch on before Vertumnalia. Still mind-blowing that she's gonna have a baby. The first child born from someone who was themselves born in space. It's hard to believe she's only 1 year older than you. Little Tammy cries when toys break and is scared to leave the walls. She's gonna be a mom. Tammy looks up as you approach and smiles. Hey Solana, it's so nice out today, don't you think? Tammy always thinks it's a nice day, even when it's pouring rain. It must be so nice. It must be nice to be so cheerful all the time. You look beautiful. Thank you, Solana. That's so sweet. She does seem more centered and confident than you've ever known her to be. It radiates off her like a warm, glowing sun. When Lum had her up on stage, embarrassed in front of the whole colony, you kept thinking, wow, Tammy's really a grown-up now. Tammy leans on her broom with a dreamy smile. Thought about for a long time and talked to Aunt Anne and Dr. Instance and my dad. I've always known I wanted children. She giggles in thought. Lots of them, so why not get started now? Aunt Anne and I are going to run the new creche, so I'll have plenty of help raising them, the same way I was raised. I might not be the strongest or smartest person in the colony, but I'm going to be the best mom. I know I can do this. You ever want kids, Solana? The world is too dangerous for babies. He looks confused. Solana, we were born on a literal spaceship. That was so super dangerous. Our parents leaving Earth was dangerous. My dad told me he was scared every day that something could go wrong with the ship, but he's tried to stay brave for me. I think we can't wait for the right time because it might never come. She says softly, her hand goes to rest on her stomach. We have to go on living no matter what's going on out there. I think having children is part of that. Okay, if you say so. She goes up back to sweeping the shop, adding little snippets of lyrics to her made-up song. Oh, I can still give her something. Have a flower. Nem is so close. Maybe I can try to fish out events. And not... Okay, there's a lot of working in the cafe right now. Hi, Otto. I'm gonna try photo phoner. We're gonna try to unlock the cafe job. Oh, this is cooking. Activity. Late Dusty 3. This is fine. Creativity and empathy. Creativity and bravery. Let me use this. Nomi overhears you playing your photo phone in a lounge.
Wow, you're really great, they exclaim. You should do a big performance. Oh, like at Rex's cafe bar. Let's go there now.
Work up the guts to do it. Nomi makes you a costume to boost your stage presence. It's weird, but you're also kind of touched. Nomi almost never has kudos to spare, so it's been cobbled together from very shiny things they've collected. You play okay, smiling and dancing for the audience at the cafe, tooting your cheerful little tunes. Aunt Anne happens to be there and showers you with kudos. You should do this more often, she encourages you. It's so nice to have live music in the colony. You couldn't have done this without Nomi's help and encouragement. You wonder how they know so much about playing for an audience. Maybe it's all the idol videos they watch. Six. 8. Wait, what if I... Oh, there you go. Didn't have to use anything. Creativity happened. This is 5 Otto. You're doing it wrong. What the heck? That's the point. Rip. Wet 1. Mars's birthday, but she's already done. Let's continue getting these guys. Oh. You spot Rex sitting on the second floor of an unfinished building, his feet dangling over the edge. He waves at you and gestures you to come sit next to him. Hey, Solana, he says, shooting you a tight smile before looking over back at the rest of the colony. From here, you can see the garrison soldiers marching around in formation with Vase at the head. Rex watches them with an uneasy expression. Why the hang dog what is it? Did Nomi fall down the well? He musters up another smile. That's a good one. You always know how to brighten my day. You have one more surprise up your sleeve, though. You open your bag and pull out a dust melon you've lugged over from the canteen. Rex brightens and makes grabby motions with his hands. Yes! My hero! Rex tears into the soft rind of the melon with his fingers and splits it between the two of you. You sit together and watch Vase bark orders at the other young soldiers. A mindless what a bunch of mindless drones. Not all of them. Some of them are pretty nice, but everyone on the Helio listens to Vase, you know? He doesn't like me, so that means I've always been an outsider whether I wanted it or not. They're friendly to me, I guess, but it's not the same as having friends. Not like you or Nomi. It's fine though, he says, shrugging dismissively. You don't have to like someone to hook up with them. I kind of like being the one everyone comes to if they just want to have a good time. What's the deal with you and Vase? His mouth twists and he spits a dust melon seed over the edge of the building. It's kind of a long story and not a fun one. I'd rather not drag it up again, honestly. Okay, I understand. His shoulders relax a bit. Thanks, he says, running his fingertips thoughtfully over his left forearm. Looking closely, You notice a gnarled scar over the right bone that's healed lighter than the rest of his brown skin. I wish it was different. Wish he was different. Sometimes I think about how we could have been friends. The garrison soldiers break formation and you watch Nem approach base. He sweeps her up in his arms and swings her around. You can hear her delighted laughter from here. Rex watches with a frown. Nemini and I don't know each other very well. Probably because Vase is telling her all kinds of lies about me, but I'm a little scared for her, you know? She doesn't know what he's capable of. He straightens and puts on a happier face. I don't want to waste my day thinking about Vase, though. Not when there's friends to talk to and a whole world to explore, and Duskmelon to eat. He splits off another segment of Duskmelon and eats it with gusto, laughing as the juices dribble onto his mostly bare chest. And the bath to have, I guess. Wiping up the juice and licking it off his fingers, seemingly without a care in the world. $62. Can you believe Tammy's pregnant? Nema says as you approach. Better her than me. Yuck. Toughness. Where's Nomi? Want to make something?
You know I do. I've had this great idea in my head for months. I want to build something huge and I need your help.
Nomi walks you through their plan to craft their biggest thing yet, a massive dilly pillar float that you can carry on your shoulders, using mushwood sticks to puppet it around and making it look like it's dancing. It's a huge hit, especially for the younger kids. You get to work out and you get to make something beautiful. You're about to challenge Nomi to a game of Blazer Fable, but you notice that they seem kind of down today. When you ask what's up, they just sigh and scuff their feet in the dirt.
Lana, what do you want to be when you grow up?
I want to live a peaceful, average life.
Wow, it's so cool that you already know what you want to do. What's that like?
I've been thinking about what I want to do with my life, but I just don't know. You say, pouting a little.
I thought that being here would mean I could find something I'm good at, but everything I try just sucks. It's boring, and I'm not good at anything, except drawing and writing. Before we landed on Vertumna, I thought I'd end up doing whatever was assigned to me. We had this duty roster, right? And I figured I would keep working in the canteen, and then I could spend the rest of the time playing hologames and making up stories.
I peeled a lot of potatoes.
Since we landed here, I've been talking to Mars, and she's real serious about the idea that any colony worth living in needs to have artists and writers like me. So I was thinking, what if I really did follow my dreams?
They perk up a little just talking about it.
I could be a comic artist, or a hologame designer, or a writer. Oh, I could be anything as long as I get to make stuff that people like. What do you think, Solana?
The colony needs people like that.
You really think so? Oh, I'm so happy! Did you know that in ancient times there used to be people called bards whose only job was to tell stories? That sounds like the best thing ever!
Yeah. We're on our way. 60, 60, 53. Is there anything in the depot? No. I'm thinking that I should do... Sure. This one do biology organizing. Toughness, bio. I think I need to research. You've been having one of your dreams ever since you first touched your dad's workbench. Spiraling threads of DNA, Vertumnan and Earth floor intertwined, or chloroplasts dancing together, purple and green, purple and green. With this colorful dream has come knowledge, and a strong urge to see if it is true. Can Vertumnan and Earth plants be combined via gene tech? You select hardy native species and fruitful plants. humans have cultivated for millennia. You remember which ones, and which genomes to use, because you've done this before, in another life. Do what you remember from your... Oh, wait. Sorry. I should have read that. You get kudos for that. Sure. He... 41. Why is it always like... Oh! 41. You double-check congruence in simulations 100 times and the results are always the same. A truly viable genome composed of genes from both Verf and Vertumna, and in every chemical simulation congruence can run, it successfully takes root and flourishes. You look at the tiny, barely sprouted plants. It could be the beginning of a new era of agriculture on this planet. You can't wait to take this knowledge and use it on other Earth plants. Strawberries, bananas, kiwis, all the delicate plants that need such careful tending in hydroponics. Growing strong in Vertumnan soil, feeding the colony for generations to come. Your mom has always been a result-oriented person. She doesn't like to experiment just to see what might happen. She likes science that she already knows and trusts will work. When you call her in to see what you've done, she smiles as proudly as you've ever seen her smile before. Even she can't argue with congruence's results. You'll earn twice the kudos working in the lab from now on, in recognition of your contribution to the colony's continued survival. And then this is Sox's event. You hear a commotion over by the geoponics domes. The kind that makes you drop your shovel and sprint over there. There's a crowd at the entrance to the domes. Governor Lum, Rhett, Cal, and a handful of agriculturists form a semicircle on the entrance, looking up at... Oh no, it's Sox. She's perched over the door, her back arched with fear as her great body grapples up the side of the geodesic dome. You can hear the glass cracking under the strain. She's clicking her teeth and emitting a scared, mournful howl from deep in her belly. You see your mom in the crowd and your stomach plummets. She's going to be so angry when she finds out that you and Cal have been hiding Sox from her this whole time. Cal's between the mob and Sox, his arms spread wide. Please don't hurt her! She's my pet. I promise she's not dangerous. It's an alien monster. It's not a pet. It's an enemy. Chief Rhett, I command you destroy it. Rhett levels his laser rifle at the dilly pillar. Wait! Hang on. Who did... Sox... All eyes turns towards you, but before you can say another word, your mom sighs and steps in front of you. Cal's right. This monster has been living under your nose for years. If she was dangerous, we would know. Cal drops his arms. Wait, you knew about Sox? Your mom puts her hands on her hips and gives Cal a rueful smile. Do you seriously think you could hide a dragon from me, Cal? On my watch? In my barn? I've known about your pet since before the Helio arrived. How do you think she stayed hidden so long? In retrospect, it is kind of unbelievable that no one discovered the massive pink dinosaur caterpillar till now. Cal's at a loss for words. Your mom puts her hand on his shoulder and addresses the crowd. I will vouch for the creature. Cal's done an admirable job in caring for her. In my professional opinion, she poses no threat, other than accidentally, due to her size. She looks up at Socks. YouTube studio, hello. Is this moving? I guess I will just continue reading and we'll see if it unfreezes. Cal's at a loss. Oh, wait. She looks up at Socks. Oh, we're back. She's getting pretty big, Cal. It might be time to release her into the wild. Socks is trained, I can prove it. You push to the crowd and stand before Socks, who looks down at you with curious affection. You raise your hand and she chitters and shakes out her fringe. Socks, down. And Socks obediently slinks down from the geodesic dome. She circles her great body around you, watching you intently. Everyone takes a few steps back from the huge dilly pillar. Sit. You continue. Crowd gasps as Socks leans back and pulls her front half of it to its full height, towering over your heads. Lie down, you order, and she flumps to the ground, spraying gravel and dirt at the crowd. Roll over, you say, making a rolling gesture with your hand, and Socks writhes until her many, many feet are wiggling in the air. She looks up at you, upside down, her mouth lolling open in something like a smile. One more trick, you say, pointing at Lum. Socks, attack! Socks flips her feet with alarming speed and snarls, charging towards Lum. Everyone screams and scatters, except for Lum, who freezes and cowers where he stands, and Rhett, who raises his rifle. Stop! You command. Socks stops dead in her tracks. Her face inches from Lum's. Her breath wafts over him, rustling his hair. There's only shocked, still silence. Lum's mouth quivers with fear and then confusion. What are you waiting for? Shoot it! For a few tense seconds, you worry that Rhett will pull the trigger. The moment passes, and Security Chief Rhett slowly lowers his rifle. That's incredible. You have this monster perfectly trained. Does it hunt? Will it follow directions at the expense of its own safety? Rhett turns to Lum. You could use this creature. It may be useful in defending the colony. Hi, Liz! Hope you're feeling better. Only for defense. She's not a weapon. She's a living, breathing animal, and she has rights. Lum sets his jaw. Fine, he says, backing away from Socks. Rhett, you're responsible for this creature. I'm done with this. He turns on his heel and walks away, muttering under his breath. Yay. Cal whoops and runs over to Sock to throw his arms around her neck. She trills in relief and taps her many feet against the ground, her body rippling like a wave. Solana, thank you! He cheers, and then laughs as Sock sweeps him off his feet. The crowd disperses, though some hang around to watch and wonder as Cal plays with his dilly pillar friend. You spot Cal moving with purpose through the gardens. He stops and gives you a little wave. Hey, Solana! Where are you going? I'm taking some food to Socks. Wanna come see her? You do. It's been a while since you've seen the old girl. You and Cal go past the walls to the pen they erected for Socks. Socks trills when she sees you both, unfurling her great body from where it's curled around the post in the middle of her pen. Her harness and lead jingle as she slithers over to Cal and twines around him. Hey, girl! He croons, as Socks sweeps him off his feet and onto the coils of her serpent-like body. Hungry? Socks vocalizes happily when Cal starts taking head-sized rocks out of his sack. He tosses them up to her and she snaps them out of the air, pulverizing them into a shower of gravel with her massive jaws. You even do a few as well, lurching Cal on her back as she cavorts around her pen, chasing them. Whoa! He laughs, clutching to her fringe. Easy there. It's a lot farther down than it used to be. He looks happy here. Cal slips down from Socks' back and stands with his cheek pressed against her chest. I don't know, he murmurs, stroking her scales. He purrs, a bassy rumble you can feel in your guts. Better than letting her being killed, I guess, but it's kind of wrong that we're making her fight against other animals. I don't know what to think, honestly. Yeah, I found Socks and saved Socks. Somewhat better, a little sleepy from cold meds, but much better. I'm glad you're doing much better than originally. Are you also fully moved in? Jervy missed you, by the way. I'm exposing him. Oh wait, it's Vase's birthday. Have some cake. Vase cracks a small smile when he sees your gift. A birthday cake? Do you think I'm a child? Am I supposed to blow out the candles and make a wish now? Yes. Why is this a competition now? Organizing. Bio. Oh no. Not an event here. Let me just make sure that I've gifted everybody. Okay, we've done 4 of these, so we're good here. Let's do photo phoner then. Amy, are you full? Oh, one more. Creativity and empathy. Creativity and bravery. Where's bravery? Oh. Creativity and empathy. But I can get empathy from the bar. The new bar that Rex built is lovely at night. During the day, it's a nice, quiet space to sit and work and study. You meet Instance there, drinking a cup of blep tea, looking through the schedule on her holopalm. She runs a hand through her hair and mumbles. Stress in this colony's out of control. You think she's talking to herself until she looks up. Every day, more people come to medbay just looking for someone to talk about their anxiety or their bad day. I don't have time for this. I could be a counselor. Oh, definitely not. That takes years of training, and even then, the toll it took on Counselor Besk. We didn't know that burden was killing her. This and Tangent don't have a mother just because people couldn't. Dr. Instance catches herself, realizing with alarm what she just said aloud. I shouldn't have said that. The stress must be getting to me too. Dr. Instance turns to consider you. It's true that you are good with people, Solana. You know, what we really need is a good barista. Make tea by day, serve alcohol by night, and listen to people who need someone to talk to. If you want the job, just walk to the other side of this bar and start making tea. God knows the kitchen couldn't brew a decent pleb if light depended on it. So, what's your damage? Instance gives you a stony look. I'm afraid my secrets died with Besk. Focus on other people. It's a better use of your time. Sure. It's good to be finally out of plat. The Lego little game quality is just too much better now. Wahoo! Creativity and bravery again. Spirit. Let's continue working in the cafe then. You report to the cafe for your first shift as a barista. You're expecting to be shown to how to, well, do anything. What you're met with expecting to be shown how to, well, do anything. What you're met with instead is a crowd of people who'd like their blep tea and they'd like it now. You barely know how to pour water. This isn't gonna end well. You're set up behind the bar and start taking orders. After a few false starts, you quickly figure out how to brew blep tea, then pour the lightly fermented potato juice so it doesn't form a head. Foaming soy or float cow milk for the perfect latte is still a disaster though. Most people are understanding and are happy to order a different drink while you're learning, but by midday, you realize your tip jar is completely empty. People want lattes. Take chances and make mistakes. Creativity. Let's creativity. Okay. You sculled some soy milk, but after a while you begin to get the hang of it. You start singing lattes to the grateful caffeinated masses. Chief Instance comes by to see how you're doing, and you tell her you're totally underwater. Weren't you supposed to get some kind of on-the-job training? Or what? It's pouring drinks, not genetic engineering. I told you you'd get the hang of it. She takes a sip of her black tea. See? Anyone can do it. Even you. You think she's trying to be encouraging. Empathy and creativity. Mom and Dad. Hang. Base. This. This. This is just hanging out there. Oh, right. I can go out during glow. I don't think I really need to, though. Just crystals outside and then Zim. Work in the cafe. I started at 16 today. We are now at the end of 17. There are long periods where there's not really anything to do except clean the bar, punctuated by times when it seems like everyone in the whole colony is trying to get a drink. You use the downtime to catch up with some reading. With the breeze filtering through the bar, it's probably the nicest place in the colony to kill time. You're just putting on your boots to grab dinner in the lounge when you suddenly hear the colony sirens begin to wail. The yearly attack. Ugh, couldn't they have waited until you ate dinner? Rude. Outside your window, you see the colony defense begin to mobilize. Your holopalm chimes with the usual reminders for all civilian colonists to stay indoors. The colony defense. You head to the garrison to grab a plas rifle and report to the front. Chief Rhett looks surprised to see you, but assigns you to a squad with Nem and tells you to get up on the walls and do your best. On the other side is, well, more Xenos than you've ever seen in one place ever. They seethe out the forest, large and small, herbivorous, predatory, fungal and otherwise, flying and crawling and hopping towards colony with single-minded determination. The air fills with the pew-pew of laser turrets and the crackle of plas rifles. The enemy's front line collapses, only to be replaced by even more. Just as many as before, if not more. There's no end. The fire break turns into a graveyard of dead and dying alien bodies, wave after wave, crawling over the corpses until they all roil at the base of the walls like the foam of a wave when it hits the shore. You hear the walls creaking underneath you, but they hold strong. There is no sun to set and glow, but night falls on the battlefield without any break in the fighting. Your fingers begin to cramp from pulling the trigger of your plas rifle. Finally, you're relieved by the second guard shift. You walk straight into the garrison and right into a dreamless sleep. You're woken 6 hours later for your next shift. Kitchens have been provided the soldiers with pressed soy rations and hot blep tea, which you grab and then make your way back to the walls to survey the carnage of the night. As you arrive, your holopalm lights up with a priority message. Security personnel, we are under siege, the security chief says, getting right to the point. On Earth, sieges were used to break a city by starvation or drought. We have plenty of food and water. Guards will rotate 6 hours on, 6 off. So long as we keep the Xenos on the other side of the wall, we can hold them all for days. Weeks even. Weeks? Everyone exchanges exhausted looks. He pauses and then adds, We can do this. We're stronger than them. We're not going anywhere. You and the other soldiers fall into a fitful rhythm, alternating shifts on the wall with brief snippets of sleep. Gunfire becomes the soundtrack of your days, which begin to smear together like paste. Nem, in particular, is suffering. She volunteers for relief shifts. Sometimes pulls doubles or triples on the wall. You catch her mechanically shoveling soy porridge into her mouth before seemingly falling asleep while sitting up. A minute later, she jolts awake as someone's spoon clatters against their bowl. Tempers grows short as the fatigue sets in. 6 days pass. You're on shift, watching the Xenos batter themselves against the walls. Feel your eyes unfocused at the sheer formless horde of them. In all these days, they haven't reached a colony. Sometimes they even seem to retreat, ebbing backwards and free-forming somewhere else. It's behavior you've never seen before. A group of new monsters breaks from the tree line. Nothing new except for one of them. One of the Xenos looks different from the others. Almost humanoid. What is that thing? The creature looks suspiciously like a person, at least from the waist up. Down below, it's a lumbering chimera, vaguely reminiscent of a faceless, wrapped in tattered bits of body and flesh and bony protrusions. Something like hair flutters behind it as it turns and looks right at you with unnerving malevolent intelligence. You open your eyes. Yeah, it's still there. It approaches to the base of the wall, and the other monsters surge forward to pound against the gates. Noctilescent! Noctilucent! I don't know how to pronounce that. You remember its name. Their name. A gardener. Part of an ancient alien defense system. One that doesn't know when to stop. They look at you in surprise and seem as if they're going to approach the wall and say something. And then Nem puts a bullet through their chest. Noctilucent reels and falls back into the crowd of monsters. What the hell was that? Nem demands, and then covers her eyes with her hand. Never mind, I don't even want to know. The siege better end soon. I'm starting to see shit, Solana. I swear that thing had a face. Finally, after the 6th day of the siege, you look down the sights of your plasma rifle and see a curious thing. The monsters are retreating. As you gather the other soldiers in the colony square, your holopalm lights up with a priority announcement from Lum. Alien attackers have been defeated. The siege has ended. He smiles broadly, puffs out of his chest. Another year, another win. You're welcome, Vertumna. You're welcome, humanity. You're welcome. You hear and see Chief Rhett nearby looking livid. What did he do? He rants to his security officers, raced out there like an idiot with his honor guard, defends strategically unsound positions, put himself in danger so he had to save his overstuffed ass. The soldiers all shift uncomfortably, but no one disagrees. And when I actually needed him, taking his 12-hour beauty rest while the rest of us slogged through endless shifts. Soldiers are exhausted from the siege, so the crowd in the square disperses quickly. Only a few Helios remain, covertly filming Rhett while he continues to rail against Lum. Over the horizon, the first rays of quiet streak the sky with lavender. You watch Utopia's reclamation crew head out through the gates to begin vaporizing xenocorpses for their component molecules. Who the heck is Boot Hill? Who? Night Fairy. Topaz, did you see Fairy's answer earlier? At night you have terrible dreams. You imagine that you're sieging the colony. That you're a creature crawling in the mud on your belly, the ozone crackle of plasma rifle arcing overhead. With your taloned claws you rip into the walls like they're made of clay, stuffing choking handfuls of it into your mouth. In a moment of lucidity, you try to pull the clay from your throat, but no matter how hard you pull, it just never ends. You jolt awake and you realize that you've been pulling your own guts out of your own throat. Just a dream. You're shaking and coated with a film of terror sweat, your heart pounding. You don't find sleep again before dawnbreak. Awesome. Hi, Mari! The Honkai character is Boot Hill. Huh? Can you send me the tweet? In Discord? Okay, well, I guess I'll ask Fairy another time. Oh, yeah, did you see my answer? No, it's fine. I don't think so. Saw your thing, by the way. Canada's great for... Oh, right! Liz, you can also ask Liz. Yeah, you can also ask Liz all your questions. Oh my gosh, she's... Still man. 86? Take this. Take this. Hug. What about brown Asian presenting people? Harry posted in Hoyoverse? Oh, we did? Okay, okay. I am not a brown Asian. I am a yellow Asian, though, says Fairy. Fairy says, yeah, Liz is also Canadian like me. Liz says, I am a brown Asian presenting person. I am doing absolutely well and fine here, except during COVID where I got some bad hate, but it was lit. That was it. It was COVID. That was COVID. Wait. Was that like the Asian part that got you hate because during COVID times, or... It was the Asian part. You were told that you were dirty. Oh. Did you kill them afterwards? Yeah, that was a time. I had friends that would go running and then they would like be spit at or spit on during COVID times. That was crazy. People are so fucking dumb. Honestly though, Topaz, that is not unique to Canada. That happened in the US too, where in most Western places against Asians during COVID, so the fact that it was another Asian is crazy. What the okay. I feel like in Asia itself, they're so racist against each other, but you would never know in the West. Because the racism in Asia is different from the racism in the West. Although it's still based on like colorism, but like Americans can't tell like different Asians apart, but like the Asians can tell different Asians apart, and then they like just judge you depending on where you are, what country you're in. This says that was 4 years ago, but nothing since. Mary says, like, imagine I pay $4,000 a semester. You're probably paying at least $10K a semester. How university make their money, to be honest. My tuition at the time was $12K a semester. What the fuck? The racism here is more of nationalism. Depends on where you go to. Oh yeah. Is Quebec racist? Because they're French? Or, like, I mean, like, more racist, I guess. Remnants of the French colonization. Quebec hates everyone, including Quebec. Oh, okay, okay. At least the hate is non-discriminatory. They're just hateful.